Supermicro just got hit with another credibility problem. And, you'd think a company tied so closely to the AI build-out would be getting rewarded right now, not punished. But when a stock keeps falling, even as it rolls out new AI systems and deeper NVIDIA partnerships, that usually means that investors are worried about something far bigger than the product launches. And in this case, it comes down to one question. Is Supermicro a discounted AI infrastructure play that the market has become too negative on? Or is the low valuation simply the price of broken trust? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down what this legal controversy could mean, why the AI product story still matters, and how those two forces could shape where the stock goes next. My name is Rick Orford. I'm a Wall Street Journal bestselling author. I've been trading since 1999, and no, I'm not a financial advisor. That is a good thing. I break down the numbers so retail investors like us can make smarter, more confident decisions with our money. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. And you all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market by almost 6 times. Go to fool.com/RickO to get your 10 stock picks right now. Supermicro designs and manufactures high-performance and energy-efficient server and storage solutions. Its infrastructure is widely used in AI, data centers, and cloud computing. Its offerings include AI and GPU servers, networking equipment, and storage systems. And the company's solutions are designed to be modular, which lets customers customize them for different workloads. And that allows the company to serve enterprise data centers, hyperscalers, and AI companies. So this isn't some small niche business. This is a company that's sitting right in the middle of one of the biggest infrastructure buildouts in the market. And that's why this latest development matters so much. Because when a company with this kind of AI exposure runs into legal and governance issues, investors don't just worry about a single headline. They start questioning the entire story. Now, the recent development centers around Supermicro's co-founder and former board member, who both pleaded not guilty in a court proceeding in New York over their alleged participation in illegally diverting high-performance servers to China. These servers are powered by NVIDIA chips, which are heavily used in AI workloads. And these chips are strategically important to the US and subject to export control laws. So rival countries can't use them to enhance their own military capabilities. And that policy is mainly about national security, but it also aims to protect US technological leadership and innovation. Now, on March 19th, 2 people tied to Supermicro were arrested, and a sales manager at Supermicro, who is allegedly involved as well, still remains at large. A trial is scheduled on November 2nd, and according to the Justice Department, the company did not have a U.S. Commerce Department license for exporting NVIDIA-powered servers to China. And Supermicro shares have plummeted 30% since the 3 men were indicted. So that tells you that the market is taking this seriously. And I think for good reason here, because this isn't about whether a few people acted improperly. It's about what it says regarding controls, oversight, and credibility at a company that already had investors on edge. According to authorities, the alleged scheme was designed to bypass U.S. export laws by fabricating documents, creating dummy servers to confuse inspectors, and using complex shipping arrangements. Authorities claim that the perpetrators made the scheme as complicated as possible to hide the true destination of the exports, which was China. And the scheme generated billions over the years. And a Southeast Asia-based company bought servers worth over $2.5 billion between 2024 and 2025. Then, between late April 2025 and mid-May 2025, around $500 million worth of servers were diverted to China. The servers were first assembled in the States, and then they were sent to facilities in Taiwan. After that, the companies were sent to a Southeast Asian company, which then used a logistics firm to ship the servers to China. And when you hear all of that, you can understand why investors would be rattled, right? I mean, it would be one thing if this were a minor compliance issue, but these are all serious allegations tied to export controls, national security, and high-value AI infrastructure. And that creates a much bigger overhang. Now, Supermicro did disclose that an independent investigation is underway. The company also clarified that it hasn't been named as a defendant or accused of any crime. The probe is also being led by two independent board members working with external counsel and forensic consultants. Those two members will report their findings to the rest of the board, although no formal timeline has been set for the investigation. So for now, the company is trying to contain damage and show that it is taking the matter seriously. But you'd honestly expect better, wouldn't you, from a company that's already been dealing with trust issues? And that's the real problem here. Even if the company hasn't been charged, this dark cloud that's hanging over the story just keeps getting darker when governance itself is already under scrutiny. Now, before I get into the valuation, let's look at what the stock's been doing, because price action usually tells you what the market is focused on right now. And at the moment, Supermicro stock is trading at a little over $23 a share. So far, the stock has continued to underperform and is down about 20% year to date. It's also extended its losses over the 52-week period, falling over 26%. And if I look at the chart, we can see that the stock fell sharply towards the end of last year. And that was mainly due to concerns with accounting and internal controls, which hurt the company's credibility. And with the ongoing smuggling controversy, losses have only accelerated this year. So the market isn't just reacting to one single problem, it's reacting to a pattern. Accounting concerns, weak internal controls, government pressure, and now legal controversy that's tied to export laws. And that combination can crush confidence fast, even in a company that's exposed to one of the hottest themes in the market. Now, before I go any deeper, there is one practical angle worth thinking about here. If you've been watching Supermicro, but think, look, it's still too expensive. Maybe you want to buy it at around, I don't know, $10 or $15 a share. Check this video up here, because I show you how you can sell a cash-secured put on a stock you'd actually want to own and get paid for it to potentially come down to your price. Here's what happens. If it does come down to your price, you get to buy it and you are paid to do so. Now, with that in mind, let's get into the other side of the story, because this is where things start to get a little bit more complicated. Despite its current challenges, Supermicro also unveiled its latest product roadmap, which could help revive investor optimism. The company announced an upcoming system portfolio powered by NVIDIA's Vera Rubin platform, including Vera CPU systems, something that was recently brought up over my Discord channel. It also launched 7 new AI data platform solutions with NVIDIA and other ecosystem partners to ramp up AI adoption among businesses. And these platforms are powered by Supermicro's high-performance GPU and storage systems. The company also unveiled its Bluefield 4 STX storage server. That server is built on NVIDIA's new STX reference architecture and is designed to enhance AI inference performance. It also improves efficiency by reducing the power consumed per workload while boosting scalability for supporting large-scale AI workloads. So there is still a very real product story here, and that matters because if I separate the business opportunity from the controversy, I can still see why investors are still interested. Supermicro is clearly trying to position itself as more than just a server vendor. It wants to be a major AI infrastructure provider. And if that works, the upside could be meaningful, but there is the catch, right? We'd all like to believe that the product roadmap is enough to pull the stock higher. But when trust is damaged, new products, they don't fix that overnight. And that's why this story feels so split. On one side, there's real AI exposure. We got new systems and potential growth. But on the other side, we've got a credibility problem that just keeps dragging things down. It keeps just dragging on and on. Now, let's look at the valuation because, of course, this is where a lot of investors, they start leaning in. At a little over $23 a share, the company has a market cap of about $13.6 billion. The stock has a forward PE of 12.3, and it's almost 60% lower than the median. I mean, at this multiple, investors are paying just over $12 for each dollar they expect the company to generate in future earnings. And the PEG ratio, 0.4, meaning investors are just paying 40 cents for the company's projected earnings growth. That's nearly 71% cheaper than the sector median. And that suggests the market is undervaluing Supermicro's expected growth. So on paper, the valuation looks very compelling. Actually, it looks incredibly compelling because these aren't the types of multiples that you would normally expect from a company that's growing this fast, especially with this much AI exposure. But it seems that investors are definitely pricing in the risks that are surrounding the company. And that's why the valuation has trended lower. We've got auditor issues, we've got governance risk, and we've got weaker controls that all hurt the company's credibility. And the smuggling case involving the three individuals, well, certainly hasn't helped anything right now. So I think that's the key problem in the story here, right? The stock looks cheap, the AI opportunity looks real, but that discount is there for a reason, and that reason is trust. But does that make now a good time to buy Supermicro? Well, a consensus among 19 analysts rate the stock a hold, and that rating has actually been downgraded in the last 3 months. Maybe they see the same thing that I've been talking about. The average score is 3.05 out of 5, and that rating has declined over the same period. Now, despite the hold rating, the mean target price suggests that investors could expect as much as 48% potential upside over the next year. And I think that tells you exactly how divided the setup is. Yes, there's upside, there's real upside, but there's also a very clear reason why conviction remains limited. So, putting it all together, these are my final thoughts on the stock. With Supermicro's latest product roadmap, the company is positioning to be a competitive provider of AI infrastructure, not just a company that sells servers and storage systems. But that valuation still doesn't reflect it. The stock continues to trade at extremely low multiples, especially at a big discount to the sector. That's not a valuation you normally expect from a company like this. And similar companies would trade at much higher multiples as investors expect accelerating growth. But Supermicro's past controversies have led to a crisis of trust. And that seems to be overshadowing the company's expansion into AI infrastructure and its potential for high growth. From delayed SEC filings to accounting issues, the company's problems appear systemic. Investors need stronger proof that they can trust the company once again. But with a former board member being indicted for violating export laws, that trust just got harder to earn. So this is how I see it. If you're optimistic that the company's new AI-related offerings could be the next big growth driver, then now could be a very good time to buy shares while they're still heavily discounted. Otherwise, it might be better to wait until the company has a stronger governance and internal controls. To me, this isn't a question of whether the AI opportunity exists. It does. The question is just whether management and the broader organization can rebuild enough credibility for investors to fully believe in the opportunity again. And until that starts happening, I think the discount is probably going to stay. But before I go, now I want to turn it over to you. Do you believe in what Supermicro is doing? Are you a buyer at these levels, or are you just going to be waiting on the sidelines? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're there, if you found the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps others find the video, it supports the channel, and it makes sure that you don't miss out on my next deep dive. Well, that's it for me today in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.